Hello, my name is Rachel Lehrberg, and I'm the Volunteer Coordinator with Mosaic Family Services. Welcome to our pre-recorded volunteer orientation. This orientation is designed for volunteers who want to engage in one-time, non-client-facing volunteer opportunities. Mosaic's mission is to transform, empower, and rebuild our clients' lives through culturally competent services. We were founded in 1993 as the East Dallas Counseling Center, or the EDCC. The EDCC provided drug education and counseling to refugees and immigrants, started with a staff of 6 and a budget of $400,000. We've grown a lot since then. Today, Mosaic Family Services is a comprehensive service provider for refugees and multicultural survivors of domestic violence and human trafficking. We have a current staff of 75, a budget of just over $5 million, and we reach over 25,000 people annually. The picture on the right is of Dr. Walter Wynn. He's our founder and executive director and an amazing human being. Who we serve. The men, women, and children we serve come from all over the world. Though they come from different circumstances, every survivor has had their freedom and human rights threatened by war, modern-day slavery, or violence in their own homes. We work with refugees, and a refugee is someone who has been forced to leave their country due to a well-founded fear of being persecuted. We also work with human trafficking survivors. Human trafficking is modern-day slavery, and it involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain some type of labor or commercial sex act. We also work with domestic violence survivors. And domestic violence includes all acts of physical, sexual, psychological, or economic violence. At Mosaic, our clients' needs are met in one safe place. As you can see, we offer a whole range of services. Some highlights include our human trafficking outreach program, our multicultural legal services program, which includes full representation in both immigration and family law courts, our mental health program, which offers counseling services to both children and adults. Emergency shelter at Mosaic House. Long-term multicultural case management. And our transitional housing program. When it comes to Mosaic staff, it's really a family affair. Mosaic employs 75 staff members fluent in 27 languages, and we're the only agency in North Texas with a specialized range of services and multilingual staff to meet the needs of our target population. The diversity of our staff provides us a rare opportunity to tailor services that reflect a client's cultural background, language, ethnicity, social norms, and life experience. Our supporters definitely make our work possible. They believe in the idea that freedom is a human right. They give their time and resources to ensure that survivors of human rights abuses in our community have opportunities they need to build new lives of freedom and hope. So there are lots of amazing service providers in North Texas. Let's talk about what makes Mosaic Family Services unique. First of all, we have a multicultural, multilingual staff that's serving multicultural, multilingual clients. So you already know that our clients come from all over the world and represent a wide range of races and ethnicities and speak a huge range of languages. The fact that our staff also provides this representation, that many of our staff members are former refugees or are immigrants themselves, and that we are able to speak and offer services in such a wide variety of languages is a huge, huge benefit to our clients. It's also unique that we offer integrated comprehensive services and that we serve clients' full range of needs in one safe place. Many service providers in North Texas and throughout the country provide more specialized services. So you have legal services providers or shelter providers, and then they refer their clients out for other services. At Mosaic, we really strive to meet all of our clients' needs under one roof. Another thing that sets us apart is that Mosaic House, our shelter, is the only North Texas shelter serving both labor and sex trafficking survivors. All of the other shelters in North Texas only serve sex trafficking survivors. We serve men, women, and children because we understand that anyone can become a victim to violence. And last, but certainly not least, all of our services are free. Let's talk about impact, because I know volunteers want to make impact themselves. So last year, 209 women and children found safety at Mosaic House. Our shelter provided over 29,000 meals and nearly 10,000 emergency nights to survivors. 88 clients received transitional housing support, 157 trafficked persons found freedom, 496 individuals and families received legal assistance, 350 survivors found hope and healing through counseling, and 401 victims of family violence received advocacy and case management. In total, Mosaic provides direct services to nearly 10,000 clients and outreach to over 15,000 individuals each year. Let's talk about everyone's favorite subject, COVID-19. So COVID is hitting our clients hard, and we've really doubled down on our commitment to them. All of our programs have continued to serve clients. Some are functioning remotely, and others have returned to face-to-face service. Our shelter, Mosaic House, has been open this entire time and serving clients through the whole pandemic. As an agency, we have been forced to cancel our major annual fundraiser and eliminate all future live fundraising events through the fall, which presents some pretty major fundraising challenges. We also had to push pause on our volunteer program and are only just getting that rebooted, as you know. So we haven't had any volunteers since March, which is a huge loss, and we're very, very glad to have you back. Many volunteers are interested in supporting clients and residents who are at Mosaic House, our shelter. So let's take a moment and talk about the shelter in a little more depth. Mosaic House is a Dallas-based shelter for women and children fleeing domestic violence and human trafficking. And like our entire agency, the shelter specializes in serving refugee, immigrant, and limited English proficient clients. The space offers living space for 46 women and children, has a new on-site childcare facility, which just opened in 2019, and everyone at Mosaic is really proud of it. The shelter has a library and resource room, 2 large kitchens, and a dining area, on-site counseling and play therapy room. It's ADA accessible and has a lovely tranquility garden and some chickens out back. So it's a pretty great space. Shelter residents receive intensive case management and have access and connection to Mosaic's full range of programs, including legal services, counseling services, transitional housing, economic empowerment classes, all of our services. And as I mentioned in the last slide, as of 2019, our shelter is able to offer on-site childcare and children's programming with licensed on-site childcare providers. All right, now let's get to why you're here, our volunteer opportunities. These opportunities shift on a pretty regular basis, and I'll be updating them monthly. So if you don't see something here on our list that fits your interest right now, please feel free to check back with me next month. But as of now, this is what we have. At Mosaic House, we're in need of on-site volunteers who can help with yard maintenance and landscaping. And we also need volunteers who can write cards of support to the women and children at the shelter. This kind of thing sounds a little simplistic, but I can't overemphasize what a big impact it has on our residents when they arrive to the shelter and, things have been challenging in their lives and they're coming, and to have part of their welcome packet be cards of support from members in the community who are thinking about them, who support them, and who believe in them. It's a really big deal. We also have virtual volunteer opportunities. We're looking for folks who can make pre-recorded virtual classes for both the women and the children at the shelter. For women, we're looking for pre-recorded classes in ESL, including both formal and informal English instruction, exercise, dance, yoga classes, job readiness classes, baking and cooking sessions, gardening sessions, and then similar activities for the children at the shelter. We're interested in pre-recorded story times, arts and crafts activities, dance and yoga classes, and simple gardening and baking activities. We're also really open to other ideas based on volunteer skills and interests. We have some volunteer opportunities in our development program. We would love to take on volunteers who are interested in virtually supporting our fundraising efforts, and social media ambassadors who can help spread awareness on our issue areas, our clients' rights and challenges, and the programs that we offer. Our legal program needs volunteers who can help with document translation, and currently Spanish translation is the greatest need, but you can also see that we have other languages that we could use help with as well. And then lastly, our economic empowerment program is also looking for volunteers who can create pre-recorded virtual classes and sessions on a variety of topics: parenting, mental health, various health issues, healthy eating and exercise, job readiness, and financial literacy and public speaking. And those offerings could be single sessions or could be offered as a 4-week series. Now, we know many of our volunteers would like to engage in real time with clients, and obviously we're not doing any face-to-face live volunteer opportunities right now, but soon we will have the capacity to offer real-time virtual sessions via Microsoft Teams. We're still working on that, but that should be in place by September at the latest. And of course, when the environment's safe enough, we'll be really excited to welcome back all of our volunteers who can lead in-person classes and activities again. So when we get to that point, and hopefully that day is coming soon when we can offer real-time live virtual sessions, we ask that all volunteers engage with clients with as much cultural competency as possible. Our staff at Mosaic try to meet the clients where they are. So when working with clients, please keep in mind that all clients Mosaic is working with have experienced trauma. Please practice kindness, patience, and empathy. And when the time comes for sessions to be in real time, please keep your appointments. Please know that English might be a barrier for many of our clients. If you're making pre-recorded sessions or offering real-time virtual sessions, please speak slowly. And if you're engaging with clients in real time, please check in regularly to make sure that they understand what you're saying. Keep in mind also that clients might not understand American culture or American systems, including how the US dollar works, the legal system, healthcare system, rights of individuals, etc. So try to keep those nuances to a minimum, especially if you're making pre-recorded sessions. And if you're doing real-time virtual sessions and you're making reference to those systems, do check in with clients to make sure that they understand. This is a list of volunteer responsibilities. Most of these responsibilities pertain to volunteer opportunities that are client-facing, which isn't exactly what we're talking about today, but I'll quickly go over it. If you are engaging in a client-facing opportunity, do cultivate rapport with clients. Definitely do maintain their confidentiality and their personal information. Report any abuse or neglect to Mosaic staff. Do your best to keep open communication with your supervisor and the volunteer coordinator. And then for interns or ongoing volunteers, please give your supervisor 2 weeks notice prior to your departure. Don't take advantage of clients. Don't see clients outside of volunteer hours. Definitely don't use any or bring any alcohol, illegal substances, or even prescription medication to the shelter. Don't take on projects or tasks that aren't assigned to you. Different volunteers go through different levels of training and different levels of background checks and sign different forms based on the opportunity you're engaging in. So if you start off with us doing one kind of activity, please check in before trying to take on a different volunteer activity. Don't transport clients. If you're engaging in virtual sessions with clients, don't take photos of clients, don't take screenshots of your sessions. And when we're back to face-to-face live volunteer opportunities, definitely don't touch or enter the personal space of clients. And that's about it. So in terms of next steps, if you're still interested in volunteering with us and you saw some opportunities listed above that seem like a good fit to you, please email me directly at rachel.l@mosaicservices.org. Let me know which opportunity discussed is a good match and we'll go from there. Depending on what opportunity you're interested in, there might be a little bit of program-specific paperwork to fill out. But do note that if you're volunteering on behalf of a company-sponsored volunteer effort and you're engaging in a one-time, non-client facing opportunity, you won't need to submit a background check or very much paperwork at all. And then you can start volunteering. So thank you again so much for your interest in joining us. We are thrilled to have our volunteers back, and I can't wait to meet you. Thanks a bunch. Take care.